tutorial that's going to show you how to make this very simple V-stitch scarf. And I used the same pattern combination that I used for my Falling Water Slouch hat that I got from the very bottom of the Lions brand Falling Water shawl that they let me do. And I just love doing that bottom part of the shawl that got me doing my daughter wanting a hat, and then I wanted to make a very pretty scarf. Now this is a pretty wide scarf, obviously, but you can make it thin or even a skinny scarf. The multiples of this stitch is 4. So you just chain in multiples of 4 till you got it the width that you want, and then you chain 1. Each one of these is a multiple of 4. So every time you're adding another 4, you're adding another line. So for this scarf, I did a chain of 21. And I used a 5mm hook to do this project, which is a size H hook in the US. And the yarn I used, got out here in Israel, is from Teddy's Wool. And it's worsted weight yarn, but it's soft. I mean, it's 4-ply. It's the same ply as worsted weight yarn, but it's not actually worsted weight yarn. It's much softer. And I don't see exactly what it is, but it's definitely softer than it's 100% acrylic is what it says, but it's softer. It's better quality. So I like to make scarves out of that so they're not so scratchy. And I would recommend definitely getting at least 2 skeins of yarn if you want to make a long scarf. So go ahead and grab those items and let's get started. Now, at the beginning of the scarf, it's best to crochet loosely on the chain so that you don't get that pulling effect, because the chain is usually the tightest part. And also I like to leave a little extra tail before I start my slip knot. That way I can use my tapestry needle to hide my tail, or I can use it as part of my fringe when I start to make my fringe later when my scarf is done. So if you have a difficult time chaining loose to begin with, then you can always switch to one hook higher. I used a 5mm here, so you can switch to a size 6 just to make the chain, and then you want to switch back over to your 5mm hook when you're ready to get started. Now for row 1, you want to start by double crocheting in the 3rd chain from the hook. So count 1, 2, 3, and then this 3rd chain, do a double crochet. And then you're working in the top loop only. You're going to continue to work 1 double crochet in each stitch of your chain. So continue to continue to double crochet down your whole chain, and at the end of this row you should have 20 stitches. For row 2, you want to chain 2, turn, and then in the second post, not the very first post but the second, you'll want to work a front post double crochet. Then you'll want to skip 1 stitch, and in the next you'll work a V-stitch. Your V-stitches are going to be worked the same way throughout the whole project. You'll put 2 double crochets in the same stitch, chain 1, and then 2 more double crochets in the same stitch. Then again you'll skip 1, and in the next you'll work a front post double crochet. Then again you're going to repeat that. You'll skip 1 stitch, and in the next stitch you'll work a V-stitch of 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, all worked in the same stitch, and then you'll skip 1 stitch, and in the next you will do a front post double crochet. And you'll repeat this throughout the whole row. So the next will be skip a stitch, V-stitch, skip a stitch, front post double crochet. Continue this till you get to the last 2 stitches of your row. Okay, I made it to the end of my row, and you have your last 3 stitches if you want to count the chain 2, but for this row we're not counting the chain 2. So what we're going to do, this one actually is the 3rd, 1, 2, 3, and then you have the chain. So we're only going to be counting these last 3 stitches. So you just got done with your V-stitch, skip the next stitch, and then in the following post, as usual, just like you were doing before, you'll do your front post double crochet. Now, which will leave you with the last two, which is basically the double crochet and the chain. For this row, we're going to just pretend that that chain 2 doesn't exist, and we're going to just be putting a double crochet in the double crochet, and we're going to ignore the chain 2, and then that will end our row 2. So for row 3, let me back up just a bit. For row 3, we're going to chain 2 and turn. And we want to do a double crochet in the very first stitch. Then we're going to be doing a back post double crochet. Here where we have our front post double crochet last round, we're going to be working a back post double crochet on there, because we want them all to line up. So we want all the front post, back post worked going the same way, so that they're all sticking out on the same side. So we have it sticking out on the opposite side, so we're going to be doing our back post. So you want to yarn over, you want to grab up that post, that one sticking out here, and you'll work a back post double crochet onto that one. Then you're going to skip 2 stitches, which are these first 2 of the V-stitch. Remember, you did 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, so you basically want to skip the first 2 stitches of your V-stitch. You're going to be working into the chain 1 space of your V-stitches, and you're going to put a V-stitch in your V-stitch. And you'll be doing that every time. So you'll put 2 double crochets, then you'll chain 1 and put 2 double crochets worked all into that same chain 1 space. And then you'll skip 2 stitches, which are the other 2 double crochets of the V-stitch, and you'll work another back post double crochet onto this place where you did your front post double crochet last time. And you can see now how they're staying in line now, here and here. Then again, you're going to work a V-stitch inside your chain 1 space of your V-stitch. Chain 1, 2 double crochets. So you worked your V-stitch, 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets in your chain 1 space from before. And then again, you're going to work a back post double crochet. And then that's what you'll be repeating. You'll do your back post double crochet, work a V-stitch in your V-stitch. Back post double crochet, work a V-stitch in your V-stitch. You're going to continue that until the very end, and I'll show you how to finish it. I just finished my V-stitch of the row. Then again, you're going to want to do your back post worked in the same place. And now you have the beginning chain 2. So you're going to want to find the top of the chain 2 and work a double crochet in the top of your chain 2 to end the row. So for row 4, you want to chain 2 and turn. And now you're going to be working a double crochet in the beginning double crochet. Keep in mind, the last row I just showed you and the one I'm about to show you now will be the 2 rows that you'll be repeating. So you'll do the last one like I showed you, and then you'll be repeating this next one as well over and over again. So you'll work a double crochet in your beginning double crochet for both rows, and then this row you'll be working a front post. And then you'll do the exact same thing you did before, which is working a V-stitch inside your V-stitch. 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. And then work a front post double crochet on your sections here. So it's going to be the exact same way every row. You're always going to be working a V-stitch in the previous V-stitch, and you're always going to be working on this ridge. One way it'll be front post when you see the post facing you, and then when on the back you'll be doing back post. Front post double crochets and back post double crochets, and you'll always be double crocheting in the first, and when you get to the end here you'll have your chain 2 and your double crochet, and on a row from now on you'll always be skipping this chain 2 just like you did the very first row here. You'll pretend that it doesn't exist. You only work into the last double crochet of the round and forgetting this last. So you want to go ahead and continue your V-stitches and your front post double crochets for this row. And I'll see you back here in a moment. Just wanted to show you the end real quick of the row, what it's going to look like after the row. So I'm just doing my last front post double crochet, and like I said, skip, just put a double crochet in the double crochet, act like the chain 2 does not exist, and then that's what your row should look like after row 3. And then again you'll just be repeating the next repeat, which is chain 2 and turn, then double crochet in the beginning, and then work your V-stitch and your V-stitch, then again back post double crochet here, and then V-stitch, back post double crochet, V-stitch, back post. It's just going to be V-stitches and back post double crochet, and at the end again you'll have your double crochet and chain 2. You'll always ignore the chain 2, only work in the double crochet, and that'll be it. That is how you make this V-stitch scarf, and it's very, like I showed you earlier, very easy to adjust. These are all just multiples of 4, so you can just keep on adding. You can make this a beautiful little baby blanket, or curtains, or a shawl, anything that you like. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, please don't forget to like this video and like me on Facebook. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please take a moment to click the subscribe button. And I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. It's you guys that continue to make my videos and keep pushing me to continue what I'm doing and inspire me every day. And thanks for watching.